Hello and welcome to another episode of Dinks with Kinks. Again, before we get into tonight's entertainment, I want to remind everyone to go tell your friends about us. Go follow us on the social media at Dinks with Kinks. Anywhere that you enjoy fetishes or your fun, sexy times, tell people about us. Be like, yo, check out this podcast. They're cool. At least two of them are. I am the uncool one, your host, John Dondero, and with me, one of the cool ones, Miss Rebecca.
Hello.
And the other cool one, Mr. Shep.
Good evening.
How are y'all tonight?
Fantastic.
Good. I'm all
And
inflated for
elastic.
tonight. I'm inflated for tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't try to pop my balloon. It's all about
I
it.
thought you were saying, I was about
I
to say,
tried
are you
make
having
that
gas
same
pains?
joke-
Oh yeah. I was like, do you need
I tried to
some,
make that sad joke twice because this is our take 2
wah,
episode.
wah, wah,
And it didn't stick.
wah.
Neither one.
Neither one. All I heard was
Away.
static.
Static. I think I heard crickets. That's what I heard. So tonight we're talking about balloons.
Yay.
The balloon fetish, which is, guys, this is a big one. This is a very popular.
Depends on how
fetish.
hot aired they are.
Oh no, guys, I have stories. Have you guys ever heard of this fetish?
Yes, I have.
It's popped up a few times here and there.
Oh well, now see, I need stories from both of you. So we'll start with Rebecca.
So I know I have told of my yonder days of satellite TV and how before they censored porn channels on that. And I remember being about 12 or 13 and I was going through and it was just these people and they were blowing up balloons and getting really happy about it. And I remember watching this and I was thinking, what are they doing? Wait, what? That looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not into it. I wasn't like turned on by it, but I was like, it's like splashing for me. It was like, it makes me happy. So I'm going to continue to watch this because it makes me happy, not because it turns me on. Like, that type of thing.
And then 99 red balloons never slipped quite the same.
No, did not.
Once you know, what about you, Shep? So you've experienced this before, or you're just aware of it?
Experience, no. Been aware of it, or it's crossed my path of being friends with content makers of those types.
Yeah, I think most people get exposed to it by this cartoon I watched called Bob's Burgers.
Oh my.
Bob's father-in-law, Lisa's dad, is into balloons.
What?
There's a whole episode
Now I'm going
where
to have
at
to
the
go
end of
watch
the
it.
episode, they figure out, which when they go visit them in Florida and they find out they're living in a swingers community. And they're having trouble with intimacy. And Bob talks to him and he's just like, I like balloons. They've got to pop. And I'm like, I know this fetish because you guys want to know a secret? I, back in the day of my fetish producing days, have done several balloon fetish videos. All sorts of them. Because there are actually so many subsections of this fetish, it's not even funny.
How many are there?
I don't know if I can number them all. I'll name a couple that I'm real familiar with.
Okay.
You have the blow to pop, which is just blowing.
I mean, I do
up.
that every time.
Yeah, it's just
Way
blowing up a
no.
balloon. until it
Different blow.
pops.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
All right.
that different blow. Blow with the lungs. An
Well,
actual, I mean, a blow job where you actually have to blow air. If that's how you get blow jobs. If you just blow at a wiener.
I have a funny story about that.
Oh no.
Oh, so now I feel like we need to hear that.
So my current partner, he told me that the girl that he first went down on him, she had no idea what she was doing either, and she literally thought a blowjob was blowing on it, and then she was like.
You gotta blow up the wiener. It's just like you blow up a balloon. You put your mouth on it and you go. Like you blow up.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I
what
get
is
all
it?
my erections. They blow me up.
Yeah,
I was
it's like balloon animals. You have to blow up the
yes.
balloons.
Then he
No, I'm
met
kidding.
me,
Don't
and
do
I
that.
opened up his world.
Of course.
Of course.
There's also like crush balloons where they sit on balloons until they pop. You have generalized inflatables, like imagine pool toys. Everything from blowing those up to riding on them to humping them to blow up dolls. It does fall under the category of inflation fetish. So I think that's the more science term. It's more of an inflation fetish. So I say we get into all of these. This is a fetish I actually really enjoy. With blow to pop, of course, you guys, that's pretty simple. You inflate a balloon until it pops, and the bigger the balloon, the bigger people get off, and it's all about anticipation.
But isn't that, I mean, doesn't that tie into like the ball busting and the, like that edge that, no? I mean, like that
No, this is like
anticipation?
well, I mean, with ball busting, I mean that's testicle torture.
But it's also
I don't want my testicles to explode if you're like that's more of
No?
a punishment. That's more of a punishment and pain euphoria.
Oh, okay.
It's when you mix pain you feel and like euphoria. With balloon, this is more like pop scares. It's that sudden, it's coming, but you're anticipating this pop, and while you're watching it grow, at any minute it's going to explode, and you are that balloon.
Yes, all the anticipation. Yes.
Exactly. It is, just watching it. Your heart is racing as you're getting closer. The balloon's getting closer. Most people climax at the pop of the balloon. Like as soon as it pops, they climax.
That's so much fun, though.
It is.
I think this is one of those kinks or fetishes that it's sort of, again, like splashing for me. It's just fun. It's like tickling. It's one of those, you can't help but smile when you're talking about it, no matter what you're doing with the balloon. It's a balloon. How can it not make you happy?
Fun story. Just like remember back when we covered the clown fetish?
Yeah.
And the opposite of you have clown phobia. You have a clown fetish and a clown phobia. I know people with balloon phobias who are the opposite of those fetish people. They will go into full panic mode if they see a balloon because they're terrified it's going to pop.
Oh,
They're terrified. And I think even it's essentially the same situation with any type of fetish like this. It's a very raw nerve, and you're aroused by the adrenaline. So,
I can see that.
It's fun.
It's always good to have a little adrenaline shot into the mix.
Mm-hmm. This is very much an anticipation / adrenaline euphoria. And I love that. I love that it's like you're anticipating it and you're just like, oh, please pop, below to pop. And when we used to film these, we would get these giant.
Did you jump too?
No. Oh yes, I did. But I'm gonna tell you guys this story. We were filming a blow to pop, and we had a young friend of mine. Her name was Jill. She's blowing this giant balloon that is like 6 times her size. And it came to a point where, this balloon is massive. It's taking up an entire room. And she no longer has the lung strength to fight the pressure of what air is already in the balloon. So she's trying to blow, and she's like, the minute I let go to blow in, it fills my lungs. I can't fight it anymore. So I had to sneak under the balloon, right out.
So the balloon tried to turn her into a balloon.
It really did. I had to crawl underneath, with a small pin and quote unquote pop the balloon. It's like she was blowing the pop, so it was all staged. I'm going to tell you something right now. Do you know how much saliva coats the inside of a balloon that you're blowing up?
You were at the bottom.
Actually, I do.
When it was pulling.
This balloon took up a room, and it was coated in saliva. So guess who was coated in saliva seconds after it popped?
Oh, and not in the good way.
I was drenched
And
by
not in
this
the good
girl who
way.
had to be 80 pounds wet. 80 pounds wet, blowing this balloon up, this giant balloon. And now I am covered in her saliva. And
Did you look at her and say, "Thank you, ma'am, may I have another"?
Yeah, I was like,
No, I
mean, you
very
could've-
boldly looked at her and said, "Get me a towel now."
you could have like kept filming and like just segmented into another fetish. Like,
I want to say we did film that segment, and the person who did it, this was a special request video, didn't want that footage because, like I said, it kind of ruins the illusion that it wasn't a blow pop.
gotcha.
But when it popped and it just drenched me, we did sell that footage afterwards because then it was a whole different fetish. I was covered in saliva. Next.
You were a bit moist.
I was moist. I was moist everywhere. I mean, it was fun. Those fetishes are always real fun to film because you're blowing up balloons so they pop, and we used to have these giant balloons to do it with. But I don't like doing that. If you blow up a balloon, I get terrified that closer that balloon gets to popping because I've been whacked in the face with elastic before.
Oof.
I don't mind popping balloons, like sitting on them and popping them, but it's when I'm blowing them up, I don't like them because I don't like it popping in my face. Like, don't.
And
You got
that's
slapped with a
kind of-
condom in your face, didn't you, John? That was the tragic event, wasn't it?
Let's not talk about that right now, okay? It's for a whole different
Oh,
episode.
was it used as a slingshot?
No, I was pulling it off and it went.
Oh,
Never remove a condom by the tip. Just gonna throw that off right now.
ew! I'm having this vision.
I want you to picture it. I want our audience to picture me pulling the condom off the tip by the tip of the condom and it just slingshotting off. It was horrid.
In his face.
Yeah, it was so bad. Anyway,
Not in the eyes.
anyway.
Yes, don't put your head too close to the volcano when it erupts.
So that's what it is. It's just that they want to see it being blown up, popping. Like it's the blow to pop is very precise. They don't want you sitting on the balloon popping. They want to see your mouth on that balloon, air going into it when it explodes, because essentially in that fetish they are the balloon. It is a very oral fixation. Do that an oral fixation. It's observation of an oral fixation. So it's like, I want to watch somebody orally asphyxiate on something that's going to explode on them.
A voyeuristic oralist.
A voyeuristic oralist.
We're gonna have to.
I like
we're gonna have
that.
to. We're gonna have to patent that one.
Yeah, that's patent. But I mean, that's fun. Next, we're going to come to the fun one: sitting on balloons until they pop, and seeing how many you can pop. I mean, I think we all had this game in field day in school.
Once you pop, you can never stop.
They give you a balloon and you have to pop it, and last person to pop the balloon loses. Now imagine that with girls in the nude or in bikinis. This is a fetish.
I already
We
have.
filmed so many. There was never any nudity. Just girls in bikinis popping balloons with their legs and their butts, and people really enjoyed that. I think you have the fun aspect of popping balloons.
And then the talented ones would just sit down, grab that balloon, stand up, and then pop it in their cheeks. Bam!
Yes. It brings a whole new meaning to make them cheeks clap.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Make those
Have
cheeks
you
slap.
ever popped a balloon by sitting on it, Rebecca?
I mean, yes, but I've never stood up and clapped those cheeks and done it.
Well, I think you have homework.
I don't have the
get
ass
them-
to clap those cheeks.
Listen, you gotta work them muscles. It's like
I
reverse
work
Kegels.
those muscles. I
Practice
know where
makes
I know where my talents lie, and they ain't lying back there.
So yeah, this fetish is more playful. I mean, it still has that anticipation. The pops still are what really thing, but it's not like it's pop, 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 pop. It's very succession. Usually, lots of balloons. You don't. We used to yell all the time when we were on set. If we were doing balloon fetish, we'd have like a big bag of balloons, and I'd go dump them out in the room we were filming in, and I would just go, balloon party, balloons.
And these are the people that are also really addicted to the bubble popping wrap in packages.
Oh yeah, that's like miniature. That's like having a pantyhose fetish and finding an e-sock somewhere, and you're like, I mean, it's not a balloon, but it'll do in a pinch.
Or a pop.
It'll do in a pop. Well, you gotta pinch it to pop it. Now I do say
It's the game.
love.
Pitch it. Pop it.
I do love this fetish. I do get into it. It's fun. It's very like oh, makes you jump, get your heart beating. A lot of fun. I also love bubble wrap, so I figure. The next with this inflation fetish, and this could really be an episode all on its own, but we're going to cover it because it was wrapped up in a lot. This is the
Of
inflation.
layers.
Yeah, this is on the edge of that onion that we just peeled open. You have inflatables. I remember our most popular one was a killer whale. It was a pool toy. People used to love seeing people blow it up and then ride it. And this is, I want to say this is very much a transformative fetish that they themselves picture. And I've seen porn when looking this fetish up. They'll wear suits that they inflate. They turn themselves into balloons.
Wow.
So, yeah. Trent. Oh, I love that. Yes. It's,
Oh my.
It's fun. Look it up. Inflation. But be careful because some people don't wear suits when they do it, and it gets really weird real fast.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. They're turning themselves into real balloons.
that makes me think of a couple weekends ago. Kids are at the pool, and all our friends were passing around this float, this giant float, and they couldn't blow it up. I was like, "Here, give it to me," and I think blew it up in less than 2 minutes. I was like, "I've got the lung capacity of a beast.
Oh, yeah.
I could make some money.
You really could. I mean, all you
I'm
got to
in
do is
the
get over
wrong
that.
business."
Maybe you're in the right segue to that business, though.
You're right.
I
This is
know,
where we started.
Yes.
Rebecca's balloon blow to pop.
Open those doors.
OnlyFans.
Just burst on
You
through.
could do it.
Rebecca's
the fact-
rideable balloons.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that you're afraid that they're
TM.
going to blow up in your face and you don't like it would be a good selling point.
Oh, see? There you go. And balloons do make me happy, so I'd be happy through the whole thing.
Exactly. You are absolutely geared for this fetish.
I am. And you know what? I could do that and splashing at the same time. I'll just fill the balloons with like
cream?
cream.
Actually, you know what? I'm 100%
wow.
on board with this. I am into that.
Yes, I am too, actually. I'm like, let's do it.
They have those, actually. Yeah, don't they? Yeah.
That
there
that
you
is
go.
a kink. I mean,
We've
with
seen
any
them on game
fetish-
shows, the whipped cream filled balloons and such.
I mean, with any fetish, man, you gotta mix and match and have it like fun. So blow up with full of whipped cream. So it's like you get a blow to pop, and you'll look exactly like the person who's into blow to pop right after.
Yes.
Because when you blow it up, that white cream goes
Oh,
everywhere, and their
yes.
white cream went everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're on this. We got money makers.
Yeah.
Dinks with kinks, whipped creamed filled balloons, blow to pop, trademark.
I don't know why I mean like that makes me very happy. Like I'd like, yay, let's do it. Like, not many of these fetishes, I'd be like, yes, let's do that. I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you
This
went
is
up
a
to a whole
super,
different octave in voice for happiness.
I did. I got all
this is a
squeaky.
super fun fetish, and I highly suggest somebody, if you're into it. It's not hard to like look this stuff up, and
She got all
it's not
squeaky
even
ballooned.
that weird.
Squeaky.
Like, I fully understand every aspect of this fetish. I get the anticipation fetish because I like, it's like a tease almost. If I see somebody pulling up their skirt and I'm knowing where it's going to lead, I'm into it. So I fully get that aspect. The whole adrenaline spike of getting a pop, I fully get that because I like adrenaline.
Do you? Do you really?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would have never guessed.
Oh, me? Oh, love it.
Oh, stop.
Like drugs.
Adrenaline
I'm not
is
on
a drug.
drugs. I said it's like a drug.
Oh.
Don't do drugs, kids, unless it's balloons.
Drugs are bad,
can do-
okay?
Drugs are bad, okay? But you can blow me up like Mr. Mackey, and I'm okay with it. Now let's talk about some safety. You want to do with this fetish? Number one thing, eye protection. Now, I say that because you can lose an eye to a balloon blowing up in your face. You can scratch your eye with balloons blowing up in your face. You don't have to wear it. It's not like, you actually going to go
Your eye
blind.
can sting from anything and everything blowing
Yeah.
up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Aim away.
And
Or
I
take
wanna
it
say
all the
that-
way.
I say that safety feature is more of a joke than anything, but the real thing you have to worry about is asphyxiation.
I can see that.
Blowing a balloon up until the point of you just pass out. And this is something we had to deal with. We had a girl, when she was blowing a balloon, it was a larger balloon, and she was going to town on this sucker. She was like, I'm going to blow this sucker to pop, and it's going to be a record.
This could be a
And
record
sure
blow.
enough, she's blowing this balloon out, and the next thing we know, we're waking her up on the floor. She passed right out. We're just like, probably.
That's right,
We should
people.
probably wake
Blow
her up.
responsibly.
Yeah. Blow
Always blow
responsibly.
responsibly.
Because a big fear, especially if you're doing this by yourself, if you lose consciousness while you have that balloon in your mouth and it excels in the opposite direction, you've now just inhaled a balloon. So this is a very cheeky, fun kink to get into, but always be safe. Kink responsibly. Kink safely.
Always kink safely.
Blow.
And be careful how you
responsibly.
wear or blow up your rubber. Yes.
Yeah. If you're gonna blow up rubber, man, do it safely.
So,
Yeah. All right. I
it's so
think
much
we're
fun.
This is a very self-explanatory fetish. It's I would love to say that this is like we could go in great detail about it, but no,
Yes.
this is right there, plain as day, and it's fun. And I love fetishes like that. I love fetishes that you're just like, I can immediately get into this. I don't need a bunch of like things. I can hit Party City up right now. We want to have a balloon party. Let's do this.
Now I want to
Walmart
have a
is
balloon
open.
party. Now I'm like,
Balloon
let's
parties are awesome. Now we're coming to the segment of the Would You Will, where we're going to ask you to whether or not you would participate in this fetish on either side, either getting off watching somebody do this or doing it to get somebody else off. So let's start with Shep this week. Let's switch it up. Shep, would you blow up a balloon for the enjoyment of your partner until it blew up in your face?
I wager so.
Would you enjoy watching somebody do the same for you? Like if they wanted you to be there and watch and get off to it, do you think this is something you could be on board with just as a whole?
On the whole, I'm good with it.
All right, I like that. Now I know.
And beside and in, yes.
Now next we're going to ask Rebecca, and I know she's pretty anti-balloons, as you can tell from this episode. But maybe if we were doing some sweet talk, we can probably convince her But I don't know, Rebecca. Why don't you give your honest answer? Would you let us watch you blow up a balloon until it exploded? The anticipation got us to the point of losing it.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to blow it up until it exploded in my face. I would pop it. I would blow up one of those inflatables. Yeah.
You're on board with everything but the exploding in the face, and I can respect that. I can 100%.
I don't like things that aren't welcome unexpectedly on my face.
You don't like things blowing up in your face?
No. Like,
well, that just ruined
if
our
things are
first
on my
date.
face, I want to know that they're coming, and I want to know that it's getting put there.
You'll know, because I'll loudly go, "It's coming!" Pop. Yeah, there it is.
No, I would though. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think that I don't get sexually aroused by it, but again, like splashing, so much fun. This is just so fun.
So
I like
whipped
fun
cream with filled
fetishes.
balloons for her.
Yeah, this is a fetish that you can enjoy even if it's not a sexual arousement. I'm 100% on board for that.
Yeah.
I think I stand with you. The same opinion. I would pop balloons with my butt cheeks. I'll make them clap.
I can make them clap in the front. Does that count? Like,
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
oh god.
Wait. Oh,
You
yeah.
done?
I
Yeah,
accept.
all right, there we
Yep,
go.
yep.
Yeah, we accept
You
that.
done? You done now?
We're done.
Never. Never done that. Never.
Never.
Yep. But I'm
Instant
100% on
replay
board.
begins.
This is a fetish. Even though it's not a sexual fetish for me, I would 100% do this with my partner and have so much fun. And then it would lead to things I would like as well, because it would lead to things they like. And I like watching people have fun and get off at the same time. This is a win-win fetish.
It is. Yes.
100%. Winning. So
All
I think
right.
we got to spin the wheel and see what we're doing next week, don't we?
What? Yes. Spin me.
Spinning. I'm gonna put you on the wheel. We'll spin you. That'd be fun.
Yay!
Spin. Oh, okay. So next week. We're literally going to be talking about the opposite of the balloon fetish. This is the one thing you don't want around a balloon unless you want it to pop. We're going to be talking about knife
Pennywise?
play. No, Pennywise. That man has a balloon fetish. That's a whole.
Because they all float down over there.
That's
all
a combo fetish. It's a clown
That
and
is.
balloon fetish.
No, next week we're going to be talking about knife play.
Ah.
I'd say that's a total opposite because knives are much different than balloons. But I'm excited. It's going
I
to be
thought
fun.
more implosion was more the opposite of explosion, but okay.
Yeah, you don't want a knife coming at you. Your face.
I tell you what, this is how we do. Next week we will take balloons and put them on the wall, and then we'll throw knives at them.
I'm on board. I'm there.
Yeah. So
I'm
see,
there.
we can combine these fetishes. We can get them on board. So I guess tune in next week when we're going to be sharpening our minds and our blades. As always,
That wasn't bad,
follow
I
us.
guess.
That wasn't bad. That was kind of good. Give it to me. I had
You
a
know what?
rocky
I'll give-
start,
You did.
and it blew up in my face, like most things I do. Follow us on social media. Check out our merch. The link. All the links are down below and in the description of the episode. We'll post pictures of various things from this fetish. You'll have a lot of fun. I am one of your hosts, John Undero, and with me, as always, the very infatuous Mr. Shep. Almost worked a little bit. Just
Try that one again. Try
let
again.
me have this. Okay.
Try again. No, try again.
Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. I got this. The very uplifting Mr. Shep.
Acceptable.
Okay.
All right.
Till next time.
And the balloon popping. I have nothing for that one. It's Miss Rebecca, and she's awesome. She's gonna blow up balloons for me, and they're gonna be whipped cream. There's nothing I could say it's gonna be cooler than that. Miss Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us as always.
Have a great evening.
We'll see you next week. Bye.